Okay, so now so far what we have covered is like a software testing concept we have understood, and we have also implemented them in software testing project. So we know about how we can understand requirements and how to write test scenarios and how to write test cases and execution and bug reporting, right? So test sign off is simply the process. So far we have seen all the stages. Okay, this is the actual process which happen in the real time STLC process. Just start from the functional requirement, understanding test scenarios, and then writing the test cases, execution, and so on. So now this is a traditional process because nowadays no company is following this particular process. So because currently we don't have any requirements, okay, requirement document we will not have in the company when you are joining the new companies. But rest of the processes, everything is same. We need to write a test scenarios, we need to write our test cases, execution, bug reporting. These are the common roles of every automation or every tester, manual tester as well as automation tester. But today we'll completely focusing on agile testing process. So this is the latest process the companies are currently following. Okay, this is a current trend market. So today we'll completely focusing on how we can follow the processing as part of agile, and how the process will be, what are the different activities we perform, and I will also explain this agile process completely by taking a small project. Okay, and we can also automate this complete agile process by using Jira tool. So we will also going to discuss about Jira tool, how we can automate all these activities in Jira tool. Fine. So now today let us talk about agile process. So how the software development will be happen in the agile process. This is the latest model currently the market. 90% of the markets are following, companies are following agile process. Now let us see what is agile, how the process will be, and what are the different new terminologies. So far we have used like requirement and a test case and different terminologies we have used. And in agile perspective, we have a different kind of terms. Okay, first we need to understand them. So now let us start with the agile process. Just a minute. Okay, so now what is agile process? So agile is an approach to software development under which requirements and solutions evolve through the collaborative effort of self-organizing and cross-functional teams and their customer and user. So basically, agile process is talk about the collaboration. So there are few important points which we need to remember here. So one is a collaborative effort, okay, and requirements and solutions and a cross-functional teams. So these are the important terms we need to understand. So agile is nothing but it's a kind of a software development process, just like a previously we have waterfall model and prototype model and so on, right? And similarly, we also have the agile process model. So this is also for developing a software. But what is the specialty in agile process is here's developers and also testers. Testers and also developers will work together as a one team. Okay, that is the specialty here. And this team is called as a agile team. Agile team. And one more important thing is here there is no separate teams, like so all combined together we call as a agile team. So agile team means it's a collection of multiple people, like testers will be there, developers, product managers, and everybody will be part of this particular team. And here the role is not important. Okay, so the task what they are performing is very important. So here we don't have any specific designations. So there are no seniors and juniors like this. Everybody will fall under the same uh, criteria or same category. So agile process, testing as well as development will go parallelly. Okay, so it is not like a waterfall model. So once we have done this and next we go for the next task. So it is not like that. So testers as well as developers will go both parallel. So developer do their task and parallelly the tester is also will perform their task, and all together everybody comes under one team, that's called agile team. So both the development and testing activities are concurrent, unlike the waterfall model. So in waterfall model, what we have to do first, we need to do analysis and the design, testing, coding, and then testing will happen, right? But this is a step-by-step process. But in Agile, it is not the step-by-step process. So testing activities as well as development activities will go both parallel. Okay, and here there is a lot of collaboration is required. So there is a lot of communication is required. Okay, and one more advantage is we can just uh, get the customer requirements, and whenever the customer change the requirements, we can just easily accommodate those requirements in this part of software development process. But in other models like waterfall model, suppose after 1 month or 2 months the customer came and changed their requirements or asked to implement some more new requirements, and by that time we are in the middle of software development process, so this time it is little bit difficult to accommodate all the requirements or changing the requirements, right? So but in agile process we can easily accommodate all the requirements. Whenever the changes or new requirements is added, we can easily accommodate into your development process. So that is all about agile. So agile is a software development process model where the development and as well as testing activities will go parallelly and collaboratively. Now let us see what are the new terminologies we have to use in agile process. In agile process, before going to discuss this model, we need to understand few terminologies, and here we use very common terminologies called as epic, story and task. So first we need to understand this terminology: what is epic, what is story, what is task. In normal previous processes we have understood functional requirement document, right? So what is functional requirement document? Which contains the requirements which are specified by the customer. So by reading the functional requirement specification, we have understood the functionality of application. But in agile process, the documentation is very less. We don't have much documentation because agile is nothing but a very faster. So it is a fastest model. So everything will happen very faster. So if we create for everything, if I create some document, it takes a lot of time, right? So the document 90% the document will be avoided in agile process. So here we don't have any FRS document to understand the requirements. So instead of FRS document, we have epics and stories. So what is epic and what is story? So epic is a larger requirement. So basically it is designed by why, means define the business needs. Let's say there is a customer. So he will create epics. So what is their business requirement? And they will create a certain number of epics. And based on this epic is nothing but a larger requirement, very high level and very larger requirement. And based on this epic, we have to derive these epics into smaller pieces. They're called as a features, again divided into number of stories. So story is nothing but a smaller requirement. Story is nothing but a smaller requirement. And epic is nothing but a bigger requirement, a larger requirement. Okay. So for example, let's say one epic is there. So let's say as a suppose as a user, okay, I want to use online banking application. So as a user I want to use online banking application, so that is a epic. That's a very bigger requirement, right? So as a user, if user want to use online banking application, so there are so many functionalities and scenarios to be there. Again, inside that particular epic, if I divide it into multiple pieces, as a user I need to log into the application. As a user I need to verify my balance. As a user I can send a transfer, I can transfer money. So these are all activities we can do. So all these things are comes under the stories. So epic is a larger requirement, whereas story is a smaller requirement. And if I divide epic into multiple pieces, that will become a story. So that means define a customer needs. Actually, the story is talking about detailed requirement. So by understanding this story, by reading these stories, we can understand the functionality of the application. Okay. So in agile process, we don't have any requirement kind of stuff. We have only epics as well as stories, features and stories. And who will derive this? These are all derived from product owner. So there are some different designations we have in agile process. We are calling as a product owner, scrum master, agile team, stakeholders. There are new terminologies coming to the picture here. Okay. Now here, who is responsible for getting these epics, stories and all? Means product owner is a responsible guy who is responsible for get these stories and create these stories based upon the features which are provided by the customer. Okay, so this product owner is a main person who is always interacting with the customer. So he has to get all these features as well as stories from the customer, and he will prepare these stories. He'll get the feature from the customer, and then he will prepare a stories for all the features and all the epics. He will create all the stories. Okay, and these are the input for us. So if you want to understand the functionality, we need to understand the story. We need to go through all the stories. A story is a smaller requirement in agile process. Now for that particular story, we have to create number of tasks. So for example, let us say an example. So for example, here I'll just